Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the shop. We are working on the 1968 Triumph TR250 today. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to join. Then we'll talk about what we're doing and what you can expect out of this video. Should be kind of an interesting session. We're going to talk about the hoses that are on this car and why we're spending time replacing them and what is the relevance of that. So we will give a few minutes for everyone to join, or someone who might like to join and learn about a Triumph TR250, and then we'll go from there. So one of the things about the Triumph TR250 is that the hoses originally came like this. These are a reproduction of the factory hoses that were black with a kind of an orangish yellow stripe. You can see this car has all black coolant hoses and the vacuum hose there. These are from a gentleman that reproduces them. His name is Gary Hickman, and he has quite a few of these out there. You can order them from his website, but this is the correct hose that should be on this car. So you'll see this car has all black hoses everywhere. And so we're going to be changing all of these to these new orange lines. And you can kind of see how they route. I pre-set them up so that I could route them accordingly. Hey, Craig, good to see you, sir. I'm just kind of going through the rerouting of these hoses. This is the Triumph TR250 that I'm getting ready to list on Bring a Trailer. And the original hoses are the ones that are on here are all these just black hoses. And the originals that should have been on here are black with an orange stripe like this. So today I'm down here. I'm going to remove all of these. I've already drained the cooling system. I'm going to remove all of these old hoses and change them all out, including this vacuum line that runs over to the brake booster. But it should then, the engine compartment will look completely original. I have a new battery tie down coming, and then I did change the battery to be a Lucas sticker on the front of it. Took all the old badging off of it just to give it a little more of an original look. But I've already gone through, rerouted all the spark plug wires, all the electrical wiring, so you can see everything's nice and clean, really well laid out. The only things that won't be original on this one is that chrome valve cover and then that chrome shield on the radiator. That would have normally been like a plastic material. That one's a nice stainless steel. But the cool thing about it is really that, you know, these will be more like the originals. They're reproductions, but they are really, really nice. Hey, we got a couple people joining. Nice to see everybody. We're talking about this 1968 Triumph TR250 that we've been working on. We've been rerouting all the wiring and cleaning everything up in the engine bay. I've still got the tags on the spark plug wires. Did a leak down test and compression test. Engine checked out really good. Now we're changing all of the hoses that were black to the original black and yellow style. So we're down here in the shop today changing all these out, and you can see it'll look a lot better. This will be more consistent with what the original hoses should have looked like, and of course this vacuum line going across the top here. And so then right now I'm just going to put you guys on the tripod, and I'm going to start put the car up in the air and finish disconnecting the lower radiator hose. I did the old Craig, you'll know this trick. I released the lower hose and then used a large pick, put it up between the hose and the metal tube to create kind of a release for the pressure and to allow the fluid to drain out overnight. And that way, when I pull it off, it won't go all over the place. So if you guys have never done that before, if you don't have a drain petcock on your radiator, you just relieve the clamp down on the lower hose and then slide a pick up inside of there. It'll create a little leak, and then you can let it leak out instead of having it all gush out when you pull the hose off. So kind of a neat little trick. I'm going to go ahead and take this one off the top here now, and then pull this whole lower tube off and replace these with the correct ones, and we'll get going. But glad to have you guys join. Let's look around the shop real quick. We have the 56 Chevy almost ready to go. I got to finish the detail, and then I got a rear main seal I got to change on it, but it is almost ready. We've done quite a bit of work on it. It's a really nice car. But let's see, oh yeah, you do that on the Freightliner trucks. Yeah, they don't have a quick disconnect. Yeah, that's and it's funny. I used to work at a performance shop, and the guys would pull the lower hose off, and you got this gusher that you're trying to control. I'd just right before I got started, I'd open up the line, put my pick in there, let it start draining, and by the time I got all set up for the day, 90% of my coolant was out. And when I pulled the lower line, it didn't just gush out everywhere. So you can see this is a real nice car. It's got a 383 stroker in it. It's got a 4-speed Muncie rock crusher. Very cool car to drive, a lot of fun. And then the 37's still here. We're still doing some work on it. Found a couple more things I wanted to finish. And then, of course, the Beast. This is the newest truck. So this is a 65 Chevy truck with a fuel-injected LS, twin turbocharged, nitrous, all the craziness. And we have not gotten this on the rack and started working on it yet, but really cool build. It's all airbagged, and we've been just throwing a couple of fun videos out there lately on it. Craig, I think you saw a couple of them this morning we put out. But super clean build, nice interior, black leather, really clean dash. And then I'll show you guys the frame on this thing. It's pretty cool. So the rear is on a linear actuator. So you just motorize it up like this. One of the things I have to do is fix that hinge system, because you can hear it just clicking a little as it goes up. But they did a really nice job on the air tank and the controller for the AccuAir. And then this is a water injection tank, and then the fuel tank is in the back there, and then the nitrous, and just a really cool truck. And then it's got this heavy duty kind of a lower control arm system. It's not a 4-link, it's basically a 2-link, and then a big panhard bar across the rear end. But they did that because the way that the air suspension system is set up, you can kind of see it back here. It sits in the back right there, and those are the airbags. And then those two arms going forward are your triangular braces for the rear end, and then you have this rear bar across here that keeps it from laterally moving. It's kind of cool, but this thing is a riot to drive. So I drove it the other night, and when the turbos spool up, it is absolutely crazy. And Craig, I'm sure it's similar to your turbo car, where it just has a great power band. As soon as you get in, when you drive it around, it's very mellow and very easy to drive. But man, you get on it, this thing is insane. So I'll be doing a lot of videos on this as we go through it, and you guys will get a real good look at it. But super cool truck. Hey, if you guys enjoy this, definitely tap the screen. It helps the algorithm know what we're doing, and maybe some other people that would enjoy seeing this would then be able to join us. But if you guys give me some likes there, we'll do a cold start on this thing. You can hear it fire off, and you can hear the turbos screaming. Yeah, it's got a nitrous express system on it. Yep, Quinn, that's exactly what it is, sir. Hey, everybody. So then I'm just going to put you on. Yeah, how they did the hood. Yeah, Craig. I was giving them a hard time. I said, nothing like trying to hide that you've got a sleeper of a truck. And they just laughed at me because, the thing is so badass. And I did notice the other day, not only did they cut the hood here to relieve the area for the turbos in the intake, but they actually filled. Normally you'd have a marker indicator here, and then 3 openings across the hood, and then one on this side, and that is completely shaved. So there's a lot of things like the seams for the fenders, which should be right here, are not there. It's all kind of a one-piece, really cool front end, and then all that custom work. And then they've reinforced all of the inside of the hood, so it's really sturdy. It looks just fantastic. And the same thing on the bed rails. You notice the The bed is all seamed in really well, and all the body seams have been filled, door handles, everything. But they did still leave the drip rail. Yeah, Quinn, it's a 65. You're right on, buddy. 64, 65 are very similar. And then these giant tires in the rear. Really neat truck. Of course, smooth tailgate, and then this satin finish on the body. Very cool truck. If you guys want, I'll do a cold start. Let me know if you guys want to hear it. It is wicked sounding, and it's got kind of a cool sound to it. It's not super beefy, but you can definitely hear the cam. But of course, the power comes from the turbos, so you don't need a crazy cam. You just need a turbo cam. So they've done a good job with it. It's, like I said, it's super drivable. You know, when you're out running around, you don't have to have the crazy lope on it. Here, we'll fire it off for you guys. Give me some hearts or something. Tap the screen, guys. I'll run this thing up for you so you can hear it. All right. So underneath here, there's a flip switch. You just pull it back, and then that energizes it. You'll see the sweeps come up, and those fired off. I am definitely going to have to put a battery charger on this thing. I've had it sitting too long. You can just hear those turbos. As soon as it gets a tiny bit warmer, I'll give it a little bit of throttle. It's a super raspy sounding truck. Hopefully that's coming through okay for you guys to hear. And of course the blow-off valves are right on the top, so when you're driving it, you can see everything actuating and get all the great sound. Yeah, Quinn, this thing, I drove it for some videos the other day, and it's insane how many people just love to see this thing. Hey Ryan, good to see you, man. Purple Lambo. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm glad you guys can hear it. I didn't know how it would come across on the camera. It's a beast. Kind of see how everything's laid out so nice. Yeah, really a great, you know, these LS builds with a turbo is just fun. Yeah, nice mean cam. You got it, Purple Lambo. It just enough that it sounds wicked, but not too much. Shut her down. So that And it's got this great, of course, the ratcheting shifter. Super fun. Yeah, Quinn, I'll definitely be taking for a ride soon. I'm not quite to it yet, but I'll be taking you guys for a live ride once I get this thing at. Ryan, I'm in California. I'm in Southern California, down just outside of San Diego, and the build shop is kind of in a small little area called Alpine. Try to keep our build shop clean and just a few cars at a time. So we were showing the 56 Chevy earlier. I'll show you guys the motor on this. It's a nice car. Needs some cleaning. We did a lot of work on this car a long time ago, and haven't messed with it since. Actually, I can't. I think I can do this. There we go. I thought I was going to have to put you guys down. So a little stroker motor with a Muncie 4-speed. You can see it's just a little dirty, needs some love, but we've been doing a bunch of work on it, just getting it mechanically squared away. I got to do a rear main seal on it early next week, and then I'll do a full finished detail. I did all the detail on the body, touched up all the paint. Still need to detail the interior, but super, super cool. Yeah, and this one's a Muncie rock crusher, so it's old school mechanical clutch. Really neat car. So Quinn, I did not build the truck. I don't know if it's a turbo 400. Once I get into it, I'll know more about it. But the client brought it to me to kind of dial it in the last little bit and then go through the whole truck. And then this thing will be listed on Bring a Trailer. So you guys, hopefully there we go. You'll be able to follow us as this goes through Bring a Trailer and sells. So you'll get to see the whole process beginning to end. So what we do, we're a build shop. So this, like the 40 Cadillac I built several years ago, just a wonderful car. And actually the old Jeep over there, there's a Triumph, a 63 Triumph TR3 right there, 63 TR3. So we build and then we also sell. So people will consign cars to us. We go through them, we dial them all in, and so mechanical, whatever they need, and then get them ready to sell. So we do all of the paint touch up, all of the detail work, all the videos, photos, everything, and then end up with these wonderful cars that we get to have in the shop and work on, and then help the clients sell. We do some build work. I have a 67 Mustang convertible sitting upstairs that is going to get a nice 302. It already has a good transmission, but I'm going to rebuild the rear end, disc brakes, all aftermarket suspension, gloss black paint, and then a white top and white interior. I haven't named it yet, but the idea is kind of a tuxedo theme for that 67 Mustang convertible. So I'll think of something cool, but it'll be a cross between a resto mod and a restored Mustang. I love 67s. I've done a lot of them, built several Eleanors. We just, Craig, you saw that Eleanor that we had come through the shop. We just sent an Eleanor off recently that came in the shop. We went through it, dialed in a bunch of stuff, and away it went. So, Quinn, 30 grand, I don't know, buddy. I don't think that'll get it, but we're hoping somewhere in the 175, 180 range, maybe 200. I think it might be in the 165, 175 range, but we'll see what happens. But really cool car. But yeah, and then 37, you guys might have seen this car before. So this is a 37 Ford Hot Rod. Used to be a coupe, so it used to have a top on it, and it's been converted to a convertible. It has a late model 350 out of a IROC Camaro, and then it has that same transmission, and then a Ford 9-inch rear end. Really cool build. Let's see, I can show you guys the underhood on this. So we just finished getting this thing all dialed in. So it's the TPI motor, little 350, runs really good. The big thing is it's such a lightweight car that it just goes. It really is a fast car. And then of course the running boards have been bobbed, so that means instead of a running board coming out like this, it's shortened and then rolled underneath. Some people call that a Coke can or um, bottle roll, but it's also called bobbed. So yeah, Craig, a tuned port motor in a Ford, I know. Definitely would like to do a 302, newer Coyote motor in it. That'd be a really fun build too. So traction's good, Purple Lambo. It's interesting. This car is built to look the 50s part, so it's supposed to be designed to look like a car that a kid would have built in the 50s. So with the body line and the wheels and tire combination and then the tuck and roll interior, it's supposed to be very reminiscent of a 50s build, and with kind of a late model design, and so it drives a lot like that, and it has really good traction because it has a Fat Man 2 front end, but it still has the leaf spring rear end. So with that leaf spring, you get a tiny bit of axle wrap, but this thing hooks up pretty well, and it's fun to drive. It's a neat car, but you can see it doesn't have the wide rear tires that we're known for, and for the kind of the classic cars we like to build. It's very, very nostalgic build. And even these bumpers, these are really hard to find. So these are like a 1980s aluminum bumper that used to be in the Hot Rod magazines, and you just can't find them anymore. I find these at Pomona every once in a while, and I grab them immediately. It's the first thing I'll do. And then the frame around the back here is actually a cast aluminum piece. Those are even harder to find. And so whenever I'm at the Pomona swap meet or anywhere that there's an auto swap meet, I'm just constantly looking for these things. And even if they're bent, I'll buy them and then straighten them out because they're just so bitchin'. But yeah, but you can see like the tire package that's on the Chevy, of course, is nice and wide. It's about the widest you can get in here without mini tubbing the rear end. But the 37 is definitely not built for that. It's more of a fun hot rod cruiser, have fun with, enjoy, unlike that thing, which is just a friggin' monster. So anyway, yeah, street setup for sure. And then the 40 Caddy is a cruiser. This actually has a 500 cubic inch Eldorado motor in it. So it's all custom interior. Magnus did the interior for me, and we did this echelon that matches the front hood ornament. So if you look at it in the front, it has the Cadillac. We recut the echelon here so that it matches the shape of the interior, and then the trunk has that same design on it. And it's full air ride. Right now I just finished redoing the air ride system on this, and so it's all complete. So it goes all the way to the ground, and of course right now it's at full height. And then, let's see, we'll open the hood up. So there's the Cadillac Eldorado motor. Now this, when we go to SEMA this year, we're going to meet with the guys from Phytech because I want to convert this to fuel injection. So I originally had an injection system for this, and they didn't have an electronic distributor when I built this car, so I couldn't really get the fuel injection to work correctly, so I ended up doing that 4-barrel. And it's worked good, but with the new fuel injection and the new distributor systems, you can really dial these motors in. So this 500 cubic inch will end up fuel injected from Phytech, and I've already got all the lines, gas tank, everything's done and ready for it. So that'll be a future project, assuming I get around to it with everybody else's cars being done. But yeah, wouldn't want to drive that car. Robert, your dad sold a '56 two-door for $100 in 1965. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I think about all the cars that I had when I was a kid, and man, if I could have all those back. Even I had a '76 Ford Bronco that was the bicentennial model, blue with a white and red stripe on it. Loved that truck. and I've always regretted selling it, and of course now they're hard as hell to find, and I've thought about building a copy of it. But today my plan is, and I'm probably going to end up doing this off camera. I'll show you guys the after, but the Triumph TR250, I've been going through and really dialing in the engine compartment, and all of the hoses the builder used, these black hoses, and what's supposed to be on there are these black and orange. There's a gentleman, I will just be honest, he's my uncle, Gary Hickman, that makes these reproduction black and orange hoses and sells them. So I got a set from him, and I'll be changing all these out, including the vacuum line here. And then the engine compartment will look really good. I've got to put on the new top of the battery bracket, but I've already taken all the stickers off and put a Lucas sticker on it. I buy these in bulk because we do so many of these old Triumph TR250s. But yeah, straight six. Yep, you got it, purple Lambo. Yeah. So, and it's got the dual carburetors. These are the original Strombergs, and they're all rebuilt. Everything's on this car, top to bottom, is done. I just did a leak down test on it to make sure that the rebuild is setting up well, and it is perfect. So it's ready to go. All I have to do left now is I'm going to do a color sand and buff on the paint, because it's sat long enough that it's just got a light orange peel to it. But then it's ready to sell. But I've gone through the whole undercarriage, the engine bay, the trunk, and then the interior, of course, is done. So it is ready. So this will be on Bring a Trailer as well. This car sold on Bring a Trailer a few years ago, and the owner brought it to us to go back through it again because he didn't like the work that was done. And we've done a lot of these TR250s. We're really known for the quality and the originality of the Triumph TR250s we do. Yeah, thank you, Purple. Appreciate it, man. Gary, good to see you. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, this right here is something that's not factory. So we put these on all these Triumphs. So the cable that controls the hood release breaks. They're notorious for it. And if you see where it is, when it breaks, you cannot get in here to pull this and release the hood. And so this is a secondary hood release that just hides up underneath the dashboard, and it's just a mechanical setup. But when these things break, it is a flippin' nightmare. I have a special tool I've created that's basically like a bent antenna wire to reach up and try and grab this post right here and pull it. But of course, this is your battery lead, so you're up here fishing around with a metal wire near the battery lead. You got to be really careful. But yeah, this is a mechanical release that allows you, just in case of emergency, to get your hood open. So, but that's what's going on in the shop today. A little messy. I've got a lot of projects going on, but a lot of cool stuff happening. I'll be posting some videos of the work here today, so I'll share this with you guys. I'll run you through the simplicity of kind of how we did this, what we did process-wise, and then I'll put a link for these in case anybody's building a TR and you want to source these. But and then as we get the 56 dialed in, I'll be sharing more videos on this. A lot of driving videos, a lot of cool stuff. And then of course the 65 we will be doing a ton of stuff with. We've got a lot of things planned for this. So we've got some mechanical. I'll have it up on the rack. I'll give you guys a full video tour of the underside of this car so you can see how it's set up and how it's designed. And then a lot of driving videos. So some pretty cool stuff. If you guys, we try hard. There's some stuff we can't put online just because our clients, choose not to have us share it. But what we can, we bring to you. And if you guys like it, please, check out our site or our YouTube channel. We're trying to bring some creative content and then also bring you some educational stuff, much like Craig and others that are really out there trying to pull some cool stuff together for you guys. So please check us out and consider subscribing. But there you go. And then the boat, if nobody's ever seen that before, that was a boat build project. We picked that thing up really cheap, went through the whole thing. We've got a whole bunch of videos to load on it, but it's a twin supercharged jet boat that twin engine, really cool boat, but picked it up really cheap and then dialed it all in. And then this is a Triumph TR3 And then this is an old military Jeep Willys. It's a, I'll show you guys this thing. It's pretty cool. I've shown it before, but so it's an M38 military Jeep, flat fender, and I got it all decked out in its original military configuration. It's pretty cool, but it's got all the old Fording valves, you know, everything. And it was a reconnaissance Jeep, so it still has the 24-volt radio in it. And it was assigned to a tank division out of Florida. Never saw action, but super cool. And I wanted to put a gun scabbard in it, but for any of you that know, originally that's upside down, so you can't really see the gun. And they didn't make one for this truck that would fit a Thompson. And so I took one of the old World War II era ones, cut it down, re-welded it, and built it into that one, so that when we go to car shows and stuff, people could see the Tommy gun and, you know, think it was kind of cool. But yeah, this thing's really neat, fun to drive, especially around the town that I live in, because you can only go about 50 miles an hour in them. So you're limited on your areas you can drive. No freeway time in those. But anyway, well, I appreciate everyone joining. Thanks for the hearts, and guys, go check out our other stuff, please. You know, and comment. You know, let me know what you like to see more of. Like if you want to see me actually wrenching on stuff, we can do some more videos on those. If you want to see more driving videos, you guys let me know what you want to see, and I'll try and make it happen. But is that another Cobra under the cover? Now, this one is another Triumph, but we do have another Cobra coming in. So the all aluminum one sold, and I have another blue and white one, similar to the last blue and white one that we had coming in. So I will share that one with you guys when it comes in. But this is a Triumph, another Triumph TR3 that actually belonged to my grandfather when I was a kid, and I'm almost done with it. But beautiful white with a red interior. You can see I've still got to put the front emblems on it, and the front nose emblem, and then finish redoing the carburetors and dialing it in. But I had it running for a while, and then the carburetors were so bad that their aluminum housing where the throttle assembly runs through, and the metal rod eats away at the aluminum, and so then you get vacuum leaks all along the carburetor. So what we do is we drill it out, and we push bronze bushings into the carburetor where that rod goes through, and then you don't have vacuum leaks. But with the vacuum leaks, you can't tune the damn engine. So but yeah, it's a really neat car, and then it has the really dark red with white piping. It's really pretty, but it's like driving a go-kart. Yeah, Craig, I love the white. Yeah, Funny Farm. Yeah, I think he had an MG in that, but yeah, just kind of like that. And you know, it's funny when you drive it, you're so low to the ground. I can literally reach out of the car and touch the ground. It is the funniest thing, and you feel like you're driving a go-kart. It is hilarious. Hey, Robert, good to see you, man. Yeah, no Botox. Yeah, yep. But all right, gentlemen. Well, we are at 34 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate it, guys. Please, you know, I saw some comments about driving videos, so we will definitely be doing that. And I'll do some driving videos on the 56 as well, and the Triumph when it's done. But this thing is going to be a riot, and I may actually have the owner come drive it so I can video it, because it is crazy to see it going down the road, and it is a lot of fun. But I try not to drift owners' cars, although, Craig, I think you'll remember when we had that 2022 GT500 in, we did a couple crazy videos with that thing, and it was insane. That Predator motor with the supercharger is just a riot to drive. And if you guys have never seen it, our roller vehicle is a a Mini Cooper convertible that we saved from the junkyard, and we stick Jake in the back with a camera and the top down, and we get some of the best roller videos with that damn car. It is so much fun. So, an 8th Mile test run, you got it, man. Yep. Yep. Repair videos too. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that, Quinn. I'll do more repair videos, things like that, and help you guys. You know, and then if there's ever a vehicle you're working on, you guys are welcome to reach out and you know, if I have some knowledge on it, or if I don't, I can help you get some knowledge on it. We do all genres of cars. I've been building for over 30 years, and while I'm really good at British cars and hot rods, there's a lot of other cars that we deal with, and I'm gonna start doing some new car stuff too. I just picked up some TPMS tire pressure monitoring system equipment because I get a lot of questions about TPMS systems, and they're really straightforward, but hopefully I can, you know, remove some of the questions that people bring. But well, there you guys go. Appreciate you joining me in the shop, and keep checking out our stuff, keep liking it, keep subscribing and following. We'll keep producing some cool stuff and sharing it with you guys. I did have someone ask about this. So this is a 1952, I think it is, candy machine. So it's fully restored. It works now. It's got Mike and Ike's in it. My daughter and I, I'll have to see if I can find that video. We did some videos on how to stock it and everything, but it's got a really cool mechanism in it. Let's see if I got a nickel or a dime here. There we go, there's a dime. So you just pull it like that, and then the candy comes out. But it all works, so the mechanism is basically like a slot rack that all the candy sits inside of, and then when you pull this, it releases the shelf and it resets to the next shelf. So now when you put a dime in, it releases this to pull, and then the next candy will fall out. It's kind of cool. But I put it in, my daughter brings her friends down, and they come down and take candy, and then I have a Coke machine over here that a client, I went to his house and he said, "Oh, this thing's never worked. It's terrible. I don't want it. Take it." And so I brought it home, and it ended up just being a bad compressor. So I rebuilt it, and now it works. So it's an old Coca-Cola machine, and of course you put the dime in and then move the handle and then open Coke out of it. But anyway, all right, that's enough. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you all have a great Sunday, and I'm going to get to work on this Triumph. I'll shoot some videos of it, and I'll post it, some befores and afters for you guys. But it is coming together good, and I'm really pleased with this car. I can't wait to see how it does on Bring a Trailer. We'll definitely be sharing that with you guys as we go through it. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. Purple Lambo, everybody, thanks for joining. And stay tuned. We'll do some really cool stuff with the Chevy, both Chevys actually, and of course the Triumph. All right, everybody. Have a good Sunday. Bye, everybody.